Get ready for spring with the Home Depot and bring bright, colorful energy inside with projects to make your whole home feel like spring. Like livening your living spaces with a fresh coat of Behr Premium Plus paint starting at $28.98 for durable coverage in fun, vibrant colors for your walls and ceilings. It's never too early to start the season. There's a project you can tackle to get your home ready for spring, inside and out with the Home Depot. How doers get more done. In-store only. Product varies by store while supplies last.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Our next guest, a race car driver. He tap dances on high wires for a good time. He wrenches on big rigs over the summer. You may know him as Carlton Banks, likes to wear a sweater over his shoulders and do the Carlton dance. He's Alfonso Ribeiro. What's going on, Alfonso?
What's happening? I'm not sure I like to wear the sweater over my shoulders, but
I just wanted people to know you're a man's man, okay? Don't think of Alfonso as a guy that wears a pink sweater over his shoulder because he can kick your ass.
I don't know if I do that.
Before we get started, Alfonso, I want to give you a little love because every time I see you in an interview, I got to know who your tailor is. I don't know if people are giving you a lot of compliments, but your suit game is on point, my man.
Thank you. Yes, I've got a great couple of people who make my suits for me. One is called Elevate, and the other one is Sabot, and so yeah, they make incredible suits. My stylist Miles Siggins is off the charts. Dude puts me in things. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I would ever have chosen this. But you put it on and you like, but this looks good, so we're gonna go with it.
Yeah, tip them out, my man, because I
got a good group.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. I must say, the internet can be a wonderful place to see videos, but it can also be a bad place. You can go from 1 minute seeing a dad getting hit in the balls by a wiffle ball to all of a sudden like a stepmom, doing something naughty just by swiping one way, but. When you watch AFV, America's Family Funniest Videos, and I say family because it is kind of a family show, and that's one thing I like about it. It's controlled by the FCC and ABC. We're going to get only the good stuff on AFV, right? That is so true, and by the producers of AFV. We have a standard that we all agree is the right thing for our show. It's family entertainment, and we vet all the videos. We make sure that it's the right stuff, and it's always going to be good. It's the one show that you can sit down with your grandmother or your kids, and you know that you're going to be okay. You don't have to worry about seeing something that you then have to explain later to your children. It's about family entertainment, and it's funny. And we've already gone through all the videos, so we know which videos are good, which videos are going to be, funny, and we've assisted some of them with a little bit of me, and you know what you're going to get. You're going to get an hour of laughter. Coming up this Sunday at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central, ABC. It's the holiday edition. And we're going to have, some decoration disasters. We're going to see some Christmas trees falling over. It's a lot of the same, but all a bit different. You're going to see it just all in different ways. But, yeah, we're going to see some trees crashing, some kids upset at their Christmas gifts, some animals doing some crazy stuff with the Christmas tree, and but we're going to laugh at it all because it's, I find it very interesting how we can really air a lot of the same videos, not specifically, but same types of videos for 33 seasons and still laugh every time you see them. It's just that's the beauty of the show. We all can connect to it, and it's all really just a connection to our own lives, and it just makes us laugh.
Hey there. Did you know Baker's always gives you savings and rewards on top of our lower than low prices? And when you download the Baker's app, you'll enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. And don't forget fuel points to help you save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. Want to save even more? With a Boost membership, you'll get double fuel points and free delivery. So shop and save big at Baker's today. Baker's, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
And congratulations, AFV is the longest-running primetime entertainment show in the history of ABC. Is that true? Did I read that stat right?
Yeah, we're in our 33rd season, and my 8th season as the host of this show. And I've been, I've been saying this a lot, but I want to beat Tom Bergeron's record of 15 seasons. So, I'm about halfway there now.
Nice work, and you can watch the holiday special coming up this Sunday at 7. You have 4 kids and a wife. It's a full house. How do you typically handle the Christmas shopping as we're around the holidays? I know it's kind of gotten easier because you can do online shopping, but is that something that you handle, Alfonso's, actually walking down the aisles, buying kids gifts? What are you doing this holiday season?
Well, I have an incredible wife who does most of it for us. She is incredible at deciding and picking and doing the shopping thing. I do typically have to do, a few days, make the run, go to the stores. I'm not as good an online shopper as she is. She's much better at that. I kind of like to go see it and, touch it and feel it and go, yeah, this is the right one. I don't like doing returns, so I want to make sure I got the right one. I typically will spend a day or two getting it done and making sure that I know that everybody's going to be happy on the great morning.
I'm thinking that on your holiday list is probably something to do with golf, because I'm always seeing you on your social media. And recently, I want to say you posted this in the last couple of days, and I recommend you follow @TheReal Alfonso Ribeiro on Instagram. One of your posts this week's you were on the golf course and you were hanging with the #1 golfer in the world. What was that? What was going on there?
So it was actually yesterday, and I was in Florida at Omega Watch, Omega Golf. They basically had us all there. Michelle Wie, Danielle Kang, a bunch of celebrities, and we all got to play on this beautiful golf course in Florida, and it was there, and I got the chance to play with Rory McIlroy, and I got to tell you, wow! I mean, I was a huge fan of his before meeting him, and a much bigger fan after meeting him. He is so hospitable, wonderful, warm, easy to talk with. It was an easy day playing 18 holes with him, and I mean, what a talent. He's the #1 golfer in the world for a reason. This guy is so good. It was really cool to watch him hit the ball all day. And, I'm a pretty big hitter. I can hit the ball 300 yards, and he was hitting it past me 30 to 40 yards all day long. I was like, wow, I've never seen anything like this. Unbelievable.
When you're with the #1 golfer in the world, and as much as you love golf, I got to believe you were taking some notes. Like, what did you see him do on the course that maybe you thought to yourself, well, I need to do it like Rory does it? He's #1 because he does it this way. Was there something that stood out when you were watching him?
The biggest thing that stood out to me was how in sync, and it was no wasted energy anywhere. It looked like he was swinging in slow motion, but yet he was flying the ball 330 yards. Right, like it was effortless. It was, there was no extra moving parts, and so one of the words that I used was he's got probably one of the most efficient swings I've ever seen. And so by toward the end of the round, I actually was like I was picking up on certain things that he was doing. And it did help my swing. It helped me kind of make it a bit more efficient, a little bit more in sync. And I had one goal at the start of the day, that 2 drives would be mine. He always hit it past me, but if he was in the rough, right, it was like, oh, nope, mine was a better shot there. So we got to use mine twice during the day, and that was all I wanted.
Nice work. Well, Alfonso Ribeiro, our guest here, he's the host of Dancing with the Stars. He's the host of America's Funniest Videos. The guy has been working since he was a child, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think he ever quits. You learned some golf from the #1 golfer, but I got to take you back in the day because you also learned dance moves from what people will say is the #1 dancer. For those of you that don't know, 1984 is the year. Our guest, Alfonso, finds himself in a Pepsi commercial with the King of Pop, And I got to say, I looked at it before this interview to make sure that I was up to speed. And I saw you were moonwalking. I'm thinking that was you. That wasn't a stand-in, right? Those were...
Nope, that was me, all moonwalk by myself. I was doing a Broadway show in New York called The Tap Dance Kid at the time, and I was fortunate enough to be cast in that commercial, and so came out to California and shot the commercial and got to hang out with Michael and watch him, do his work firsthand, and what always stood out to me was the fact that he was a perfectionist. He didn't just learn the dance moves, he learned them and then perfected them. And so he worked on literally where his finger would be, and it was just incredible to watch. And when you get the opportunity to be around some of the best and the greatest, you better be watching. You better be there to pick up something, and he's.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Are you a fist pumper, a woo-hooer, a hand clapper, a high-fiver? I kind of like the high-five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void were prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
He was amazing.
Michael said he felt like somebody was always watching him. Maybe we should have really listened to that song a little clearer. When you say you got to watch Michael, I'm curious, did he actually give you pointers on how to do the moonwalk? And maybe I've always tried to do it. For some reason, I just can't get it down. Did he give you any insight on how to do it so smoothly? Because you looked, you had the moves just like MJ.
Well, I was cast in it because I, could do it already. So they definitely, I didn't have to. He didn't have to actually give me any tips on doing that. His choreographer, Michael Peters, was also there, and he actually directed the Tap Dance Kid commercial. So Michael Peters would have been the one giving me the moves anyway. But I later on that year, when Michael went on tour with his brothers for the Victory Tour, I actually went and saw Michael in New York, and afterwards went to the hotel. My dad and I went there, and he had this 3-floor room at the Hemsley Palace, and the top floor was a dance studio. And that night, after a concert, I went up into the room, and for 2 hours, we did dance, and he did show me moves and how to do certain things, and that was a night to remember. And
another dance that you made popular, which I don't know that you love the fact that people are always asking you to do the Carlton Dance. It's probably a good thing this is a radio show and no one's been able to ask you to do the dance. Yeah. But there is conflicting stories out there on what inspired the Carlton Dance. One story is you got it from Friend star Courtney Cox. She's doing the dancing in the Springsteen video of Dancing in the Dark when she goes up on stage in the music video. And then I also read that it was inspired by Eddie Murphy's moves in the comedy special Delirious. Where did you get inspired for the dance?
I'll tell you what part's true and what part's not. But the Dancing in the Dark video was definitely, with Courtney Cox, was definitely the inspiration. And also, at the same time, it was Eddie Murphy's White Man Dance in one of his videos. And that was the kind of the inspiration to the dance. Obviously, Tom Jones wasn't any inspiration in terms of the dance because it was just a song. But the song was just a song that the producers was like, hey, we want you to dance to this. And it just simply said Carlton dances in the script, and I had to come up with what I thought this character would do and how he would dance. And I felt like this was the perfect moves for this character. I had always laughed at those moves, and I kind of thought it was funny even before I was doing Fresh Prince. So once it said that, I had already known what dance I was going to do, and I decided to do that one. And
before we wrap up, I like to do this with some of our guests because it's what the people want to know. I've found the top 3 Googled questions about Alfonso Ribeiro. Are you okay with answering these?
Sure, let's give it a try.
Okay, this is what the world wants to know about you according to Google. What is Alfonso Ribeiro's ethnicity?
I'm basically a mutt at the end of the day, but my
aren't we all?
Family is from Trinidad and Tobago, so I'm obviously African. I'm Portuguese, and a sprinkle of a lot of other stuff in there.
Okay, and I guess the people also want to know, well, the top Googled questions about you are Carlton and Will friends?
Well, Carlton's a character.
I'm just reading the question as it reads on Google, so I'm giving you the chance to just clear it up for the world here.
Well,
Are Carlton and Will friends?
Ribeiro and Will Smith are friends. Carlton and Will are
Cousins.
characters on a TV show.
And then the final question. These are the top 3 Googled questions about you. I just looked them up. How old was Alfonso when he was on Silver Spoons?
I started at 12. It was 1984. And I was 12 years old when I started on.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
On Silver Spoons.
And you've been working a long time. What's the longest time you've gone without working?
I'm sure there was a period there, a couple of years where I didn't work. After In the House, I kind of decided I wanted to go car racing, and I did some of that. So there was some downtime there, but yeah, it was. I've been fortunate enough to be doing this for 43 years.
And I know you don't take a whole lot of time off, but I have read that you're an outstanding father, and I heard over the pandemic you became an official RV owner, COVID camper, and you take your family on a new trip every summer. That's true?
That is very true. We go. We bought this RV, and it's been very good to my family and I. And we take the kids. We believe, why read about something in a book when you have the opportunity to go see it and experience it firsthand? So we go and we look at the summer. Where do we want to go? What area of the country? And we make a road trip out of it, and it's great family time. Why that is so important to me is because once I get back home and I'm working, I don't have the ability to spend as much time with the kids. So, the summertime is our chance to really connect and be together.
And you've been on a lot of these trips. I got a family. A lot of our listeners have families. Not that we want to come stalk you on vacation, which maybe some of our listeners might. But where is the best place for a family? You got a couple of kids, a wife, you're going on a vacation. What's been a place that you've really enjoyed that you would recommend to other families?
It all depends on the area of the country you're going to, but I would say that the place that I believe that every American needs to go to is Glacier National Park in Montana. You want to go and see a beautiful part of this country, you go on up to Montana and you're going to see some beautiful, beautiful scenery.
And recently I saw Will Smith, I think yesterday, on the All the Smoke podcast, and he said something pretty profound on the podcast, I thought, where he said one of the best things that ever happened to him in terms of his acting career was James Avery. I'm curious, what was one of the biggest things that ever happened to you in terms of your acting career, and where would James Avery rank amongst that list?
We all had very different relationships with each other, right? We were a family, right? And I think what James gave Will was the ability to understand how to be an actor, how to be an actual actor. Weirdly enough, I actually had the most acting experience on the show, television experience, when we started Fresh Prince, because I had already done Silver Spoons and knew the process and all that. It's hard for me to say like what that one thing would be, but obviously James was an incredible man and a person that we looked up to on set and off set. So he was an incredible man for me in my life.
Alfonso Ribeiro, our guest. Make sure you check out the Christmas special this Sunday, ABC. It's America's Funniest Home Videos. Also on December the 4th, coming up, holiday episode of Dancing with the Stars. Man, you're always working, and we'll always be watching you on TV. Thank you so much for your time, Alfonso. Have a great holiday season.
Thank you.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver Card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.